banks collapsing? You know what isn't? What's going on, guys? Brandon here. Really quickly, please share videos with truth, reality, and something that spurs something inside you in your heart and your mind and triggers you. Please take a second to think about it, sit back, and share it out, please, because the algorithm hates truth. Algorithm hates truth, hates critically thinking, independent thinking. Cannot stand it. So please help us overwhelm the system. Bitcoin running perfectly still. That's what's not collapsing. So banks are collapsing, but Bitcoin's not. Let's think about that. Interesting. TikTok, next block, every 10 minutes. Every 10 minutes of every day through the next last week, the next week. Actually, every 10 minutes of every day of every month of every year of the last 11 years. No issues with deposits or other people gambling your hard-earned time and energy away. None. Running and audited by hundreds of thousands of decentralized nodes, miners, and computers all around the world. In cold storage, right? If you keep your Bitcoin on exchange, that's like holding your cash in the bank. It's a Ponzi scheme. It's gonna get got. It's gonna get rug pulled at some point. So that's the caveat here. So you have to have it hold in cold storage. Only takes a minute. Put it in your own receivership, and you are the bearer. That's it. No problems. 100% uptime. Nothing to worry about. No censorship. No rug pulls. Nothing. We're gonna get to banks in a second. Don't you worry. No issues with deposits or other people gambling your hard-earned time and energy away. Like Linda Alden says, banks are basically like leveraged bond funds, just taking gambles, borrowing short and lending long. Taking your deposits, so borrowing from you, it's a loan relationship. You're loaning your bank the money, they borrow it and give you short interest on the short end of the curve, like what, 0.1%, and they lend long. They lend for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8%. They lend it out to car loans, to home loans, and they make that spread in between. That's how they do it. And they go and will gamble in the stock market as well. They'll go gamble in the bond market and buy bonds and try to hedge and go do other things with your deposits. And that's how they end up collapsing. Because then what happened to these banks? Obviously, they're underwater. Their bond portfolio going underwater, and people come to run to get their deposits out, bank run, and they don't have the assets. They can't liquidate their assets because they're underwater. So they collapse. Long story short, doesn't happen with Bitcoin. No problem with Bitcoin because Bitcoin's money. It's not a debt-based system. It's an equity-based system. Wow, what a novel idea. None of us alive even know what an equity-based system is. None of us know what a deflationary equity-based system is. All we have all been told, taught, and lived with our entire life is a debt-based inflationary system where we must accept 2% theft each year. 2% inflation each year. Think about that. If I came and stole 2% of your house every single year, your property, what would you say? Well, most people don't say a word. Not sure if you would either. Running and audited by hundreds of thousands of decentralized nodes, miners, and computers all around the world, Bitcoin is. No trust needed in some central ruler, some CEO, or God King. No Yellen, no Warren, no Trump or Biden. The code can be run on anyone's computer and confirmed for just a few $100s currently. And here is Bitcoin uptime. A small bug in 2010, when there's only a few people on the network, and a network fork that was fixed by developers in 2013 for a combined 14 hours of downtime in 14 years. 14 hours. And haven't had one in 11 years. No downtime. So 6 and 8 hours each, respectively, I believe. You know what's not working? So that's Bitcoin. That works perfectly every 10 minutes. You know what's not working? Banks. SVB, Signature Bank, Silvergate, Credit Suisse, First Republic, Blackstone. That's one I've forgotten here. And here we go. This is the thing too, right here. Maybe most people have no idea. We had 12,000. So 30 years ago, like the 87 crash, we had 12,000 banks. Now we have like 4,000, 4,500 banks in the United States. So keep getting more centralized. Great work, guys. Let's get more centralized. Bank failures happen more than you might think. There have been 565 in the U.S. since we entered the new millennium. That's an average of almost 25 per year. Wow. Forbes. That's according to Forbes. 25 per year. I've heard one a week as well. That's why that's a different number I've heard as well, but I'm just being conservative. So one every other week collapses. Whatever. See ya. Bye-bye. Keep your fiat debt-based dollars. Keep your liability that you're being told is an asset, and then wonder why you can't retire at the end of life. You wonder why you end up on Dave Ramsey's show. Let's be our own bank. Let's take accountability and responsibility in our own life. It's never too late to own real money. Money is made between people exchanging value between each other, not from government. Plus, we can see the fiat Ponzi collapsing in real time. So why would you even do it? Again, Bitcoin running perfectly. What system do you feel more comfortable with? This is why we show our allocation every single month and have a ton of our cash and our assets in Bitcoin, 30% or so in Bitcoin. And it will be even more, probably 90, 95% in the next few years. And we'll love every second of it because I actually hold true money. Within minutes, you can hold $1 billion of wealth or $1 trillion or just $10 in your head with 12 words. You can walk to the next country with the seed phrase in your head. No gold bars on you, no jewelry, no trying to carry suitcases of cash, nothing. 12 word seed phrase in your head. You can travel anywhere in the universe with that wealth in your head. Think about that. How hard is that to confiscate from someone? Use Bitcoin. Or what system do you feel more comfortable with? Why do we choose to accept dystopia or inflation and scarcity? Why? Use Bitcoin and be a part of the peaceful protest away from the legacy system that enslaves the average person. Government issuing bonds enslaves each taxpayer by guaranteeing they will have to spend more time and energy to pay taxes to pay off those bonds. Think about that. You are in the slave trade. We wrote an article about why bonds will collapse a few weeks ago. And then Mike Maloney, which I'm going to throw a video in, literally explained a day or two ago my exact scenario that I laid out verbatim in a 2-minute clip with George Gammon. Literally, that when you are investing in bonds, you are investing in the slave trade. You are guaranteeing bondage. It's incredible. The electrical strip plugged into itself provides nothing. You're saying, hey, government, here's some cash. Give me more in the future with a bond payment, coupon payment. Okay, great. We'll tax you and your children in the future to get it back to you, the cheaper dollars. We'll print more currency, and then we'll pay you back with cheaper dollars in the future, guaranteed by your taxes. So it's a great way, like for the Chinese or Russians to enslave the American people. Like, yeah, sure, I'll buy your bonds up all the time. I mean, a lot of them, they aren't now necessarily because they don't even believe in the dollar. They don't believe in the American worker really anymore, the dollar in general, so they're not. But what a way to enslave a population. Brilliant. Keep them busy, keep them not thinking, keep them at work all day. So why can't the average person get ahead? Well, you're starting to see the problems, hopefully. We're in a debt-based system that is constantly increasing our cost through more currency printing needed to bail out bad actors. People are saving dollars in the balance sheet that are liabilities they have been told are assets. A debt-based instrument, the dollar or fiat currencies, losing its value every day by definition cannot be an asset. This is a staple in the fiat system. We live with perpetual inflation, and we're told that that's okay. 2% theft is okay. This will continue to happen and will only get worse. There will be more unrest, guaranteed, and more dissension between the people and the government. Because people can't see the thing that's robbing them. They can't see it, but they can feel it, and they lash out with polarization, division, hate, and terrible, terrible political choices. Just look at Germany in the 30s. We have their history as a guide to show us this. This is not me saying this. This is history. Humans learn in 2 ways. Number 1, getting kicked in the face. Number 2 is education. I hope and pray that we can educate enough people to come around and move to the fairest system humans have ever discovered so we aren't subjected to the literal and figurative bar fight that awaits us at the end of our current path. Bitcoin equals an equity-based system, a fair playing field for all, not a fair equal outcomes, equal playing field, equals deflation, equals abundance. Fiat, that we have now, is a debt-based system, equals inflation, equals scarcity, equals slavery, equals spy coin coming to a digital wallet near you, equals CBDC, central bank digital currencies. Stay strong. Please stay strong. P.S. Here's Credit Suisse stock, down 90% all time among the mismanagement and humanitarian scandals. Hey, buckle up with your investment banks and your regular banks. Good luck. And by the way, like we said before, try to go get a couple $1,000s out right now. Go try to get $5,000, $10,000 out. Just see what they do to you. Clown world. I appreciate you being here. Please share this out. The algorithm hates truth, hates reality, hates it. So please share this out. Let's overwhelm the system with positivity, with actual action. Bitcoin, gold, silver, food, energy, water, guns, ammo, security, being independent, being resilient, and building community with like-minded people. Because the only way we transition to the new world is reinventing the system. The old system is gone. The fiat legacy system is breaking apart and re-entering the atmosphere. It's breaking apart. We are building the new system on a Bitcoin standard. And life is changing for those that have eyes and ears to see and to hear. So I appreciate your time and energy. Bitcoin is time, and time is Bitcoin. This is not financial advice, it's freedom advice. Question everything with boldness. I look forward to seeing you on the next one.